Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green09 back here once again with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. Let's get straight to some announcements because people were like, oh, you don't VOD enough screen. Well, there's not a lot of screen out there anymore, not a lot of screen players, but there's screen in this one here because it's a screen mirror, I believe, and it's not on the popular replays tab. We have Cyberstorm playing as screen and Dirty Dutch also playing as screen, but first of all, a lot of people have been asking me about the dual commentaries and stuff. Yes, I'll do something about that. I don't have a lot of time, so time zones is hard because remember, I'm in Australia and everyone else is usually in like Europe or America, and they're like sleeping when I'm awake and stuff like that. So I don't have a lot of time, so we'll see how that goes. And also, a lot of people did ask, and I'm really sorry I haven't mentioned this, but a lot of people have been saying, where are the top 10 replays of 2012? And yeah, that's something that I should have answered by now. I'm sorry I haven't. I kept meaning to put it in, but essentially after I did the top 10 of 2011, I was just like, all right, that's the last year I'm doing that, because we really had to scrape together those replays. No doubt there was some great replays there, but there was a lot that were what I like to call bought and paid for replays, where people will they'll get a game, they'll put it on the system, and they'll push it, they'll web push it, get their friends to make accounts, they'll spam forums that are unrelated to the topic, and they'll spam PMs, and they'll get everyone to wub it. Game isn't that good. Unfortunately, in 2012, that happened a lot, and I looked at the list and I was like, are you joking me? This is garbage. No offense, guys. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that because I don't want to be mean or anything, and I'm probably sounding a bit bad right now, but a lot of the top 10, I was just like, yeah, I'm not putting that in because I can't defend the play style of the players in those games because the games were really bad. No doubt there were some good ones in there. I might actually put a video together, maybe a top 5, maybe my own top 5. There were some very highly wubbed games in 2012 that I will... I think I should put something together. I'll see what I can do about that, guys. Maybe not a top 10, but maybe a top 5, because I think the top 5 are actually pretty good for that year. But yeah, again, not a lot could slip in because some of the replays only had like 15 wubs and they're in top 10. So anyway, let's get off that. Let's get into this game because I've been talking for a while. But anyway, I'll see what I can do about that. Until then, we're going to check out this game here and keep the VODs coming. I'll try to keep a lot of VODs coming because remember, I'm very busy at the moment. So doing my best. So Cyberstorm's over here. He's playing as he's actually playing on his main account, which I haven't seen him play on for a while. He's playing as the red screen, and we have I've already forgotten the other player. It's going to be Dirty Dutch, who really does not like me at the moment. I don't know why. I always liked his play style. I always like he's got tons and tons of VODs, but every time I join a room with him now, he sledged me a bit, and I pretty much give it back to him. But you know, I still like to watch him play. I reckon he could do a lot better because he hasn't been playing as well as I thought he could have at the moment. But anyway, he's going to be in this game, and I'm very excited to see how well he does here. He's got his assimilator. He could actually be Reaper. No, it's going to be a screen mirror. So screen versus screen, so you could play and there wasn't enough screen. He's a screen mirror. I don't think I've done a screen mirror in like, oh man, not for maybe 100 VODs or something. I probably did one like a few VODs ago, but no, I haven't done a screen mirror in a very long time. See Cyberstorm, he only has one squad here, and it is a random v random, so they don't know what factions they are, so obviously they had to just throw out whatever buzzers they felt like, and you see that Dirty Dutch sent 2 down there just in case, but he's not going to find Cyberstorm. Cyberstorm tried to cut in and around. Good move there to get around the enemy scouts, but there's no engineer for him to pick off, so he's just going to take this garrison. Again, buzzers merely just occupy buildings. They can't actually fire out of them because they're a melee unit. And there we go. Oh, cleans up the buzzer swarm there. That's bad. It's really hard to clean buzzer swarms up when you're a screen player though, because you got to drop the hive right next to it. And most players, especially Master, he'll just waypoint them around so you can never actually drop it right next to them. And it looks like Cyberstorm's going to expand while he's low power. I mean, essentially, this is okay for not in certain situations, but again, with screen, I'd place down the second power plant, but maybe he's just trying to move his drone ship just a little way while he's got a little bit of downtime. But you can see he's got 2 harvesters queued up on this one refiner. I'm not sure where that harvester is going. Is he going to get blue tib already? Now, this is what we were talking about a couple of VODs ago, or maybe it was last VOD. When to get blue tib. Someone make a strategy guide on this, because again, and I'm going to reiterate here, but you have to drive so far to get it. By the time he drives here, gets the blue tib and comes back, he probably could have made 2 loads of green tib easily, and that's more than blue tib. So I don't know, and he's still got a ref power down, so he's got harvesters lined up, so he really sacrificed himself there. Played super greedy, and I'm not sure if he's brought in the tib that he's hoping for, because Dirty Dutch over here has 5 and 2. And what does Cyberstorm have? He's got 6 and 2 because he's got one at the blue field, and this Gunwalker is going to find it. Not going to be able to do much pinprick it to death because it's got a pretty pathetic anti-vehicle weapon here. Well, it's not an anti-vehicle weapon, but when you use it against vehicles, you can see that this Harvest is like, yeah, cool story, bro. He's actually healing up on the blue Tiberium while he's being shot at, so... And he's going to easily be able to get away from there. And Cyberstorm trying to micro it, perhaps down here. I think he's going to drop a ref. Both sides being very greedy. And yeah, Cyberstorm did obviously scout. That's why he did that. He didn't just blindly go for this massively greedy build. He knows that Dirty Dutch is going for an expansion. There were some Seeker tanks. Where did they go? The Seeker tanks are streaming across, but I mean, he can drop down a portal, pump out some descents, and he's going to be fine. He's actually got a Gunwalker here. He's going for another large... He might be going for another ref or refinery or something, because it's not going to be a portal. And what do we got? That blue Harvester actually going back to the main base. So again, that's more downtime. That Harvester has been in the game for like several minutes and it hasn't actually docked anything yet. This Harvester is probably going to go down Dirty Dutch with these early Seeker tanks. He's just going to go on. I think he's just going to go on and destroy it. He's actually getting blocked by these units here. The Gunwalkers will take a while to kill these units here. He doesn't quite finish that Seeker tank off. Dirty Dutch will be wanting to score a kill here. And then hopefully gets to get his units out of here, and he should be able to take down this Seeker tank, not this Seeker tank, this Harvester, and he does. Nice work to pick up a Harvester. He's going to lose 2 Seeker tanks, but that's going to be nice. Again, that blue Tiberium so heavily delayed there for Cyberstorm. He's got 2 ref on an expansion though, and Dutch should have both spikes. There we go, capturing the second one there, so he's got 3 spikes now, and he's going to steal blue tip, and there is enough blue Tiberium, just enough here for him to get a load as well. So he's going to be happy about that. He's actually going to clean up the rest of the field. Tiny bit of blue crystal there. But again, yeah, really, like I said, I reckon it's better to get blue tip when you're almost out of green tip here and then send like 4 Harvesters down there and just get the whole lot. You know, I reckon that's a better way to go about it, because I think Dutch, he got in early and he got a Harvester. He's actually going to lose some of his forces on the way out here. I think they were from down there. Now Cyberstorm's starting to make a move. It's going to be Gunwalkers and Seeker tanks here. I'm just waiting for someone to throw in the Dev tanks because they're going to be coming, and it looks like Dirty Dutch does have a nerve center. And is this going to be a Dev tank? No, he's going to continue this Gunwalk. Maybe he's going to completely skip Dev tanks, because if he had Dev tanks, that would be rad, because Seeker tanks and the Gunwalkers would get minced by them. But they're going to face off here, both calling their lightning spike power. Dirty Dutch focusing, but oh man, Cyberstorm has too many Gunwalkers. He's got too many Gunwalkers, not enough Seeker tanks. The Seeker tanks are what do the damage, and he's actually going to focus down the enemy Seeker tanks, which is really good because they do the cannon damage, and he's going to be able to destroy those quite nicely. So all of a sudden, Cyberstorm's down to, and there you go, finishing off that one. Great targeting by Dirty Dutch here now, and there are only 4 of these guys remaining. The lightning spike obviously does a fair bit of damage, and Dutch doesn't quite finish that. He actually reorients his attack there. Yeah, now he finishes it off. He does have his lightning spike still at full health here, basically, and Cyberstorm's going to lose his engagement. He lost more in that engagement. He probably lost about 35–40% more forces there, so that's not going to be good for him. And now Dutch should be able to defend. He's actually got repair drones there as well. You should be able to see them there. They're floating around there, and these Gunwalkers are never going to die. They can stay there forever. And now they're going to move out from underneath that. Now, what has been going on while this has been happening? Oh, we got Mechapedes here, Mechapedes and double Engineer coming down here for Cyberstorm. So he just completely skipped Dev tanks, which I thought maybe at least one of them might do. And he's gone straight for mechas. What has Dutch done? He's gone for tripods, and he's going for the upgrade. So tripods beat mechas as long as there's enough of them. I mean, he can beat these mechas easy. He just force their head down. They do a lot of damage. But the mechas could encircle and destroy one wandering tripod here and there. But it's going to come down to positioning and the forces here. Dirty Dutch, I mean, he's actually got 2 warp spheres. Yeah, he's got 3 warp spheres and pumping these tripods out. This is going to be really bad for Cyberstorm if this gets out of control. He needs to do some damage. And going straight through the front door is probably not a good idea. Yeah. And no, there we go, uses the phase. He doesn't get the storm column, but the power is low. He needs to get the power back up. There we go, instantly firing on that Mechapede there. And with this Harvest here, is probably going to go down, but the storm column takes out one of the Mechapedes pretty quickly, and he might actually get a second one before they get out of range there. Doesn't quite get the second Harvester. No, 2 mechas are down, and he does, yes, he just gets the second Harvester, but 2 Harvesters for 2 fully health mechas. A 3rd mecha comes in, gets destroyed, and a 4th mecha comes in. Oh man, Cyberstorm trying to smash that, but the stasis is gone. And now all those units are being fired at, and the tripods have their shield up now, and that Mechapede probably won't get out of there. He'll be very lucky, and he's just going to manage to escape there, taking a very risky way out there, and he does get away with it. So Cyberstorm lost a couple of Mechapedes here, only got 2 Harvesters really. I mean, essentially it's probably a pretty good trade for Dutch there, but I mean, there's a lot of mechas. He's really just spamming these. He's just going all out spam for the Mechapedes. Essentially, if it comes to a head-to-head battle, Dutch will probably win because the tripods are essentially got more health and they're stronger, and he's going to focus the head down. You can see here, if they get a tripod by itself, they can quickly focus it down before it can do enough damage. But this one here is going to be able to amp it. It does amp the head of that Mechapede, but can it destroy it? There should be more tripods coming around. They're killing the Mechapedes over here. There's Mechapedes everywhere. Oh man, they're all over the place. And this tripod is not going to be destroyed. And he does manage to re-amp again, and he's going to be able to destroy, I think, is there 2 Mechapedes? I can't even see. Yeah, there is 2 Mechapedes there, and that tripod is just bossing them up. Another one comes out of the War Factory. These guys trying to save their buddy, but they're not going to be able to. That one is down, and this tripod survives. And despite being very, very aggressive here from Cyberstorm, he hasn't actually caused the damage he needs. He only got 1 tripod, and he only got 2 harvesters in that all that engagement. He lost, I'm just going to guess, maybe 6 or 7 Mechapedes, but look, he's got so many here still. No one's got a 3rd expansion, however, and Cyberstorm does hold the bottom spike, so he's got a little bit of endurance behind him. He's going to want to get out of here. Dutch is going for the next base. He's just like, hey, you're going to try and trap me with Mechapedes. I'm just going to take the whole map. And that's a really good strategy as well. He just has to make sure, because these Mechapedes are really fast, they're going to go around him, and he sold off the line. He sold off the storm column. Cyberstorm can't see that this whole area is undefended. He's got no idea, and I don't think he's going to come in. He's going to come back up here. I guess he's assuming there's still base defenses there, but he can't see it, so he's not going to go in. And Dutch is just going to roll forward. How many? He's got 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 8 tripods. Oh man, that's going to be super powerful. They have their shield upgrade. Is he going? Oh, look at all the Storm Riders he's trying to do. Triple gravity stabilize the Storm Rider. He has enough TIB left to fund this as well. So this is going to be really interesting. We have a battle marker up here. The Mechapedes are up here. There is a tripod, a lone tripod walking around up here, but Cyberstorm hasn't got much to shoot at. Dutch is like, yeah, whatever. I can afford to lose these. He might even sell them off for some cash. He's got a couple of tripods down there, and he's got these tripods coming in, and Cyberstorm is a big tripod. He's going to have to launch these guys now. He doesn't have all 12 out, but he's going to have to launch them right now. And I think he does he have 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got about at least 10 there, if I'm counting correctly, but he needs to launch now, because otherwise this whole base is going down. And yeah, look at that. He's actually going to focus. He should have queued up waypoint attacks on these guys. He might want to finish off those 3 Devour, not the 3 Devour, the 3 Storm Riders. There you go. Storm Riders are gun walkers, and they were low on health, and he's ripping through this base. Meanwhile, the Mechapedes are coming down here, and they will destroy the drone platform if they have time, but Dutch is coming through. He obviously has got no anti-air here, so he's just going to run and try to destroy everything he can. And Cyberstorm is looking to be in big trouble here. He has lost his drone platform, I believe. Did his drone platform go down? I think it did. And the tripods just destroy everything. Look how powerful that was. They destroyed everything but the warp sphere. And was that it? No, he's got a building up here. But Dutch is going to lose his drone platform, and he sells it off. Can he rebuild that? No, he cannot rebuild that. There's 2 Mechapedes here. They need disc upgrades immediately, and I think that's what Dutch is doing. He's going disc upgrades. Essentially, he's in a great position. I mean, there's Storm Riders here. But Cyberstorm, he's got 2 buildings left. And he's got no refinery, so he can't actually refine any of this. He's getting money from spikes, so he's just going to pump out these Seeker tanks. The tripods for Dutch should actually stay back there, because that's where his buildings are. I'm pretty sure Cyberstorm, no, he does not, in fact, have a drone platform. There's a couple of mechas around here. Now, can Dutch realize what he needs to do to win? Remember, he can't see the whole map, but neither can Cyberstorm. So this is the decision making. Remember, guys, you're all sitting here going, I know exactly what they should do, but they can't see that, all right? And now he's ripping through the base here, Cyberstorm. Can he destroy Dutch, or can Dutch hold out? He's got tripods all over the map. We have another battle marker over here, and the disc mechas come through. Oh, they're going to really hurt those Storm Riders. And remember, disc mechas can target ground as well. And here we go. They cause so much damage to these units over here. Meanwhile, the mechas, oh, they're getting torn up over here as well. There's actually 2 major battles going on at the same time, so I'm trying to show you both of them at the same time. This tripod is caught out in the open, but these mechas try to go back in, and they're going to get minced. Dutch's mechas actually need to come back. Here they go. They're going to come back into the middle of the map now and try to not destroy, or protect these tripods. And here you go, he's going to come up here. But yeah, these Storm Riders causing a lot of damage. But every time one goes down, I mean, you can't replace those. He's got no buildings left whatsoever. Trying to cut off harvesters. Cyberstorm needs to destroy whatever he can at this stage. Dutch can't build a portal either, so because he obviously has no drone platform. He does have access to tier 3 and tier 1, but no tier 2. And he does have refs. I mean, you really can't afford to sell buildings off. He's actually got no power, so it's going to take a really long time to build anything if he has money at all. And he's actually going to go back and repair up, so here we go. But essentially, if he realizes, hey, Cyberstorm hasn't got anything, you know, I don't actually need to rush here. I can just sit back and build up more forces if I want. Yeah, it's not a pretty way to win, but it's going to get you the win. But can Cyberstorm actually destroy the final buildings? Because he can't engage those tripods. No way he can engage those tripods. He just doesn't have the power. There's 5 of them there, and the shields on these 2 will probably come back pretty quickly. The Storm Riders are up here. Where are the mechas? They're over here. Could get some repairs on that one here, but yeah, Dutch, I don't know why he's insisting on splitting them away from the mechas. He could definitely keep the mechas here because he's got no other anti aside from these disc mechas. And does he score another kill? No, not quite. Those Storm Riders, they are like flying tanks, and that's what they used to be described as. Oh no, the mechas are engaging the other mechas. Dutch, you cannot afford to lose these. These are your anti-air. One goes down, and Dutch at the moment is trapped in his base. Cyberstorm just producing, he has 3 spikes, remember, so how long does that take to build a Seeker tank with 3 spikes? He needs 800 credits for a Seeker tank, and he gets 30 a second, 300 in 10 seconds, so 600 in 20 seconds, so 20. Oh man, don't ever do maths while you're live. It's a rule of thumb, because you just get a complete mental blank here. But essentially, if you get 600 in 20 seconds, that's plus 150 is 25 seconds. I should know this. 750, about 26 or 27 seconds. That's just a complete guess, because yeah, 30 seconds would be 900. So yeah, it takes him about every like 27 seconds or something. He's getting another Seeker tank, and Dutch is losing his harvesters. He's just getting completely caught out of position. He's actually building gunwalkers now. I'd build more mechas. I mean, to be honest, if he had money for gunwalkers, he could have built mechas. They're much, much, much stronger. And look at this, Cyberstorm just keeping him camped up at his base. But I mean, Dutch sold off his tech center, and he sells off another building. Oh, this is getting risky. I mean, if he gets down to just one building, Cyberstorm could just suicide all his units just to kill it, and he might actually win the game. He's trying to repair his warp sphere. He has no power. He's got a shock trooper squad now. Obviously no upgrades on those, but they would be able to shoot air if they had the upgrades. And Dutch is just going to move out. He's going to move out, and oh man, these mechas which got called in, he called in the support power to repair them as well. He's got the repair drones here, and hot tip, they actually count as a structure, which is something that a lot of people didn't know. Yes, these drones, they count as a war factory, as a structure, until they disappear. And oh man, he's just going to come in. It's going to be mecha versus mecha, but it's going to be disc versus shard, and his 3 versus 2. Oh man, he's going to have the advantage. There is a veteran mecha here, and Dutch, he's not going to turn around. Oh, this is going to go very badly for Dutch. Oh, the mechas are tearing through each other, and they're both down. There's only a gunwalker there, and no, Dutch with the superior army, which is ripping across the map, and these Seeker tanks will probably be annihilated. But there is still a building up here, remember, and Dutch, oh no, he just got completely caught out of position. He's probably shaking his head going, hey, I could have won this game easily, but he just didn't make the decisions. The Cyberstorm just ratted him out and waited him out, and unless for some reason he can, I'm going to click on this building so we've got the health, but all of Dutch's army is about to die. There it goes, so Dirty Dutch loses that game. Cyberstorm pulling a victory there. So how close was that? I can see why that one was uploaded, just because it's so close, and everyone, like I said, is going to be sitting there, oh, I would have won that game. No, you wouldn't have. You would have made the same decisions that Dirty Dutch did, because Dirty Dutch couldn't see everything. Well, you might have made not the exact same decisions. Like Dutch is like, alright, I'm not staying here, I'm just sending my whole army out. Well, he's against Storm Riders and mechas. He needed to leave something at home to defend his base, and he didn't. He just decided to move out. He made that decision. He made the call. Look at his kill death ratio, much better than Cyberstorm. So he got 108,000 or 104,000, so he only got $4,000 more. And if we look at that, both sides trashed each other at the 9-minute mark, and then for the next 6 minutes they're doing nothing. Look at Cyberstorm. He was on spikes from the 9-minute mark to the 15-minute mark. So like for the last 6 minutes of the game, he was just on 3 spike. And Dutch was trickle feeding a little bit in, but he was pretty much flatlining here after about the 12-minute mark. But yeah, Dutch was ahead. Cyberstorm being a lot more aggressive. We look at the structures here. Obviously, you look at this, no one could rebuild either. It just went straight down and kept going down this structures tab that isn't bugged. There's it first. Units, Cyberstorm being aggressive has more, and Dirty Dutch obviously going for heavy tripods, which was working. I mean, he was just going to go out and take the map, and then he just decided, alright, I'm going in the middle of expansion, let's actually attack Cyberstorm's base. He won't be able to defend it, which he didn't, but Cyberstorm killed Dutch's base at the same time. And so when Dutch brought his army back and he got jumped by the Storm Riders, it was a good unit combination there from Cyberstorm. But Cyberstorm, he really did make the decisions he needed to do to win that game. He didn't really make any like bad decisions at the end of the game. He kept harassing, he kept going in and poking, and as soon as Dutch moved out, he just went straight in and cleaned him up, and he did exactly what he needed to do there. So well done to Cyberstorm there, well done to Dirty Dutch as well. That was a great screen mirror. That was really good, very close right down to the end, and either side could have won it, even though Dutch had more units. Cyberstorm had more finesse, and looks like the tactics or the technique for Cyberstorm worked out this time, and he managed to take the win away from that. So there we go. we have a look up there, they created almost identical structures, 18 to 17. They both lost 19 structures. Structures sold, Dutch sold 11, while Cyber only got to sell 9. Dutch only created, no, Dutch, where's units created? Units created, yeah. They both created 62 units. They both went for heavy tech units after the Seeker Shard combos there. And but look at that, Cyberstorm lost tons more though. He lost 159 to 68. Obviously they're losing out. Dutch killed a lot more, that's why there's kill death ratio. But anyway, that was a really good fight. Nice, short and sharp. It was only 15 minutes, so would have thought it would have been, it didn't feel like 15 minutes, it only feel like a 10-minute game, but I guess towards the end there they were really pushing it. But anyway, I'm Green Zero, I hope you enjoyed that VOD, and I will see you all next time.